Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome back to the 2022 Bot Masters. We are looking at the Group C standings on, for me it's my other monitor, but for you it's just the screen. You can see that Valve, Default, Unfair Bots and OpenAI Skill Shots have taken 2 wins in this group so far. Bots and Pub Simulator are unfortunately the victims of those games. Right now for you, we are watching the game of Radiant, Default, Valve, Unfair Bots, and dire side is OpenAI Lite 7.23 skill shots. OA skill shots is what they like to go by. Let's hide the group stats and start this lobby up. We've got the winners of each group so far. The two teams that both have a win facing off in this third game for Group C. And I mean, this is going to be the competitive game of the entire group, I think. We saw some killer games in this group so far yesterday, and got Vengeful Spirit Jakiro for the Unfair Bots. They've also picked Luna, Jug, and Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker, we did not see a good showing from him yesterday. OpenAI Skill Shots have picked the heroes that they always pick, which is Luna, Crystal Maiden, Lena, Earthshaker, and Tiny. Bit of hesitation in my voice because I can now see that there is a Luna on both sides. When you have certain bots and they, such as Ultimate AI, don't really care about duplicate picks, or if you have a team that always picks 5 heroes, in the case of the Skill Shots team, they will always pick Luna. Sometimes it doesn't stop the other team also picking a Luna. So we've got a Luna on both sides, both going to the safe lane. Let's see how this mirror match ends up. We'll put the last hit counter up. There's no last hit's going to be happening for over a minute. Worth having a look at. So we've got a Tiny Earthshaker off lane. This is coming out from Skill Shots lane. Heroes that they always pick. Spam out some Avalanches, spam out some Fishes, and see what happens. Lena was their mid last game, and she did a killer job. She had an excellent game. I'm pretty sure she was the MVP of that game. Then we have Luna and Crystal Maiden as the safe laners. Crystal Maiden important to this team that wants to spam out spells due to that mana aura for all friends. Countering that, we do have Luna on Luna action off lane / safe lane, top side of the map. This Luna supported by Avenge will give a damage aura. So we've got mana aura Luna versus damage aura Luna. Venge Luna is a killer combo. That's got a lot of synergy going for it. I mean, that's like actually good picks together. Bloodseeker mid should get dumpstered by Lena. I do not think that's going to end well for him. We've got a bit of a skirmish going on here. Jug spin, it's on to 2. This could be our first blood. Looks like it might be our first blood. I can see some action happening on the other side of the map, but they're not nearly as low as his tiniest. Hero slows down the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's pretty fast though, 315 move speed. Oh, the Bloodseeker comes in, that scares the Earthshaker, doesn't know what to do. Slams down the Fisher and he is dead. First blood. The skill shots. That'll put them off to a good start. Who got it? Jakiro. Not the hero you really want first blood on. I mean, what's he gonna do? Get an early Bazzy? Oh, we got something weird going on here. Luna TPing out because Luna and CM has chased them out of the lane. Plus 300 gold for the Jakiro. That'll give him an early Bazzy, but I'm not really sure if that's enough, really. Like, you'd rather have something big on a Jug, like straight up a Wraith Band on the Jug or something. Maybe a bottle on the mid. Speaking of mid, Bloodseeker struggling to CS the Valve Unfair bot. Managed to get 1 last hit and 2 denies to the 3 last hits of Lena. So Lena has won the first 2 waves here. I think it's the first wave. Here's that harassment. You got a ranged hero against the Bloodseeker. He can heal himself up with the Blood Rage, but Lena should be able to keep him a lot lower than this. Let's have a look at the Luna on Luna action. Top lane. Nothing's happening. It's a bit of a farm fest. 6 CS for OpenAI skill shots on their Luna compared to the 0 for Valve's Unfair bots. That's not what you want to see if you're a fan of Valve. Big Valve head, gearing it up. Bottom lane, Juggernaut's farming well. 3 last hits, 5 denies. And Tiny and Earthshaker not really getting anything. 1 each. These two melee heroes struggling to run up to the wave against the Jakiro. There's a Fissure. Yours Tiny is 2nd and 3rd CS of the lane, so it's not too bad now. There's a deny. Deny on mid. Throwing out the Dragon Slave whenever they have it. Trying to keep the Bloodseeker low so that he feels too afraid to run up and lane. Why a peaceful early game so far? We've had the first blood, but there's been very little aggression side of that. Just a lot of teams exchanging farm, but the farming has not been very good so far. For example, I would have liked to seen Lucent Beam to secure that range last hit that they just missed. Now we've got Luna and CM running away from the wave. This is 4 CS that they're not going to get. And Luna's just sort of running into the river, as is Lina. She's spamming out Dragon Slave. Picks up a bounty, but she's out of mana now. A little bit leaves the lane free for Bloodseeker to just run around. Blood Rage up, get some CS, and he's starting to pull away with this lane. 8 and 4 to the 6 and 0. Now he's running away from the lane. Gives Lina a chance to pull the lane back. Her fave. But Juggernaut going in on a Tiny. Spins. Ooh, a little bit too close to the tower. Jug now left with no mana. Got a Lucent Beam, Luna on Luna Violence. Really struggling to get any farm on the Radiant side for this one. This safe lane Luna with 10 CS against the off lane Luna with 2 CS, now 3 CS. It's a little bit of a dumpster fire for the top lane, really. You know, the first hero to enter double digits. Bloodseeker will be soon to follow if he clips this range creep. Lina is stunning the ground. I understand that you're a skill shot team, you want to cast spells, but that's not going to get you very many spells. Alright, Dire side. Doubling up in the 3 digits. Juggernaut gets there too. Casual Avalanche. Tiny's running away salving. Ice Path way off the mark. Seeker's hanging around really low. Very casual lanes here. Lina off on a run. Doesn't find the bounty rune. It's not really going to be there. It spawns at 3. Maybe it used to spawn at a different time, but if it spawns at 3 and 6 and you go there at 5, it's probably not going to be there anymore. Luna on Luna Violence, perhaps? No, they seem content to just trade farm, which definitely favours the Dire side. 15 CS to 4 now. See, as this Luna's popping us out, she's sort of getting harassed out of the lane. CM and the other Luna just happy to use spells on her whenever they see her. Then, you're at full mana, just run up, throw a stun. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just use your mana, just get it used. Radiant Luna, tanking creeps. I'm not sure who that trade favours. Everyone has wands. So the spell spam, a little bit spicy. Bloodseeker and Lina both here for the rune. Bloodseeker's invis, but he breaks his own invis. Venge comes in with a stun, it's 2-on-1. Crystal Maiden, you need to help him. Oh, the root and the kill! There goes Bloodseeker. Lina just needs to get away, stun in 1 second. The range, it was there. Could have had it. There's the stun that kills the Lina. He stops to do something. I don't know what she was doing. Stopping to eat a tango, maybe? Crystal Maiden now looking for the kill to fish off the Venge. Doesn't have any lockdown. That's the end of that. Meanwhile, Earthshaker dies under his tier 2. Jug and Jakiro with a really ballsy aggressive play on that. Oh, across the map. Assortment of kills going off, but all that while, is Luna's farming up. She's going to have treads, she's going to have a raindrop. Starting to jungle, which at the 7-minute mark is going to be huge. Because that could provide her with... Oh, she stops jungling. Could provide her with a neutral item, which could really change the game for her. If your net worth is only 2,300 and you pick up something like a broom handle or a keen optic, that feels like it's worth a good 400 or 500 gold. So your net worth actually really becomes almost 3,000. Being at 1 level behind the Bloodseeker. The head in net worth due to the kills. Although if Bloodseeker farms this wave, he will be ahead in the net. Needs to get the last hits. Oop, gets that one. Like he's going to miss this one. He's running the wrong way for it. Nina grabs the deny. But it is neck and neck in this mid lane. Bloodseeker gets this last, it'll be ahead by about 20 gold. Juggernaut having an okay lane down here. He's top of the net worth in the whole game. But now he's on the run. Chased by Tiny and Urchin. He runs back in. Not sure if that's where you want to be. He doesn't have his ult yet. He doesn't really have anything. Phase boots and a wand recipe. Hero getting bludgeoned. If the other team had saved their mana, I think that could have been a kill right there. Ice path off the mark, which means Jug doesn't want to spin. Lina farming up a storm in the middle lane. This is the LSA. Could have just right clicked for that and instead spent 230 mana to achieve nothing. Just ults the Bloodseeker, but he's going to heal up. He has the capacity to heal up the damage that he just took. Shakiro throwing down Liquid Fire and the Jewel Breath. Spin is on. Earthshaker's too slow. He does survive. He's a tanky boy. Finally, giving Jug a little bit of a slap for his trouble. The last hit. So the two safe laners both having great farm. 26, 27, 25. The two mid laners both around 20 CS. And then your off laners are both around 20 CS as well. The key difference maker in this game, which causes the gold lead, is the Crystal Maiden with 11 CS. Shake with 8 CS, he might get an early blink, might be a factor in this game. But overall, I would say this is a very even laning state. And the graph shows it as well. One team ahead on the XP, the other ahead on the gold. Lina, if she wants to, she could just... Yeah, there's the Laguna and Bloodseeker's dead. That's going to be a nice, juicy 300 kill bounty in the pocket of the Lina. It's minus 100 gold for the Bloodseeker because he doesn't generate gold whilst he is dead. Avalanche off the mark. Spin on the mark. Keeping the Earthshaker on his toes. Ice Path juked out. There's the Omni. Earthshaker's dead. Solo kill for the Jugger, really. Oh, we don't get the recap for that one. We've got Luna. Caught the tail end of that. Luna dies, traded for the CM. That benefits the dire side quite a lot. Jug gets himself 200 gold for killing the Shaker. Luna will presumably get herself about 250 gold for killing them. Oh wow, the swap! That's to put yourself out of position. That's the opposite word that you want to be using, the swap. Now Luna's just been fed 2 kills. It was still on the Earthshaker. Here we go. It's marking Luna as dead because Luna died. Okay, Lina died. It's marking Luna as dead because there's 2 Lunas, so it just marks the Luna as dead. However, only the Radiant size Luna. Where was Lina?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Looks like she just got ruptured under the tower, and then that's all she wrote for her. Got a chase onto the Tiny. Jug with no mana chasing. Hero with no mana chasing. And we're getting a little bit of violence going on now. Let's see if he gets the kill on Alina. Juggernaut getting baited into tanking some tier 3 tower shots. That's going to put him really low. One more right click from Tiny and he is dead. Here comes the Earthshaker to clean it up. Oh, Crystal Maiden's ult cleaned it up. We're watching even on kills, even on farm. Everything's even in this game, really. Kill onto the Venge, cleaned up. Got Lucent Beam into Enchant Totem, couple of big right clicks, and she, a squishy little support, is dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rupture onto the Earthshaker, he's gonna have to stay still now. Tiny avalanching nothing.
For the twins.
Bit of a waste of a Rupture, really. The tower was taking damage the entire Rupture duration.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bloodseeker, he has a Blade of Alacrity. I'm curious if this is a Sanjin Yasha or maybe a Manta start. I probably shouldn't be a
Dire's
Manta
top
start, but you never know
tower
what the
is under
bot's trying to
attack.
build. Could be, I believe, Diffusal Blade is 2 of these. Okay, we've got 5 Dire heroes running top. Radiant has 3 heroes up here. Dire's got the tower, they could glyph it. Toss Shakers in, there's the slam, what a combo! Jug turns around and omnis them, Tiny's dead.
Dire's bottom tower is
So
under
which side's
attack.
winning this fight? Luna wants to finish off other Luna. She pops the ult, gets herself the double kill. Now she's looking for this Jug. He's dead too. Triple kill for the Luna. Laguna onto the Venge. She's turned up way too late. Ultra kill, that's 4 kills for Luna. And suddenly she's worth 5,000 gold. That was... I mean, the Tiny and the Earthshaker died, which is unfortunate. But Tiny tossing Earthshaker into a 3-man Echo Slam, that was a good little bit of gameplay. The gold score is actually pretty much even. It just all went into the pockets of the Luna. Like everybody except the Lunas basically got fucked in that fight. Although I think that's a miscalculation because it's giving her... It thinks that she got the 1,000 but she didn't. So it was a 1k swing to the Dire side. And I mean, 1,000 gold was just injected into the veins of this Luna. She thinks she's built a drum, but she hasn't. OpenAI skill shots, not really sure what makes a drum anymore, and in all honesty, neither do I. Lena picks herself up
Dire's
a
middle
Possessed
tower
Mask. This
is
is
under attack.
huge. That's 7 extra damage from the primary attribute. It is also something like 80 extra mana, a little bit of spell damage, I believe. No, it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, in we go. Tossing the creep this time. Oh, big Laguna. Venge swaps herself in. Luna hitting, the guy is bouncing a little bit. Juggernaut tries to run out of Juggernaut. The only one that's gonna get away. He's like, screw you guys, I'm going home. That's another
Radiant's middle
huge fight for
tower is under
OpenAI
attack.
skill shots. That's 2 huge fights in a row now. Each one giving them 1,000 gold. This one's split a bit more evenly across the team. Seeing the net worth starting to really collapse in the favour of OpenAI skill shots. The casting on that fight was awful. I apologise for that. This is the second time in my life, really, I've ever tried casting. I casted a Into the Breach group stage, like charity game or something, and I'm trying to cast this. So bear with me a little bit. Tiny, have a toss, combo onto the Jakiro. He is tanky enough to ice path it, but here comes everyone else. Luna pops the ult. CM's running around in Jakiro's fire. That's gonna hurt her. She might even die. Okay, yeah.
Feel a thing.
She just stuck around way too long in there. Gives Jakiro a freebie. Fisher onto 3.
Dire's middle tower.
Middle
has
tower
been
dies.
denied.
Avalanche onto 3. Oh, Earthshaker ruptured. Omni'd dead.
Bleed out.
Lena turns up, gets the stun onto 2. Laguna's the one that isn't stunned. Right clicks down Avenge and the Jug. That was so spicy. She stuns 2 and Laguna's the other one. Oh, the Ava cancels the TP. It's 3 dead. Now that's a fight. Here comes the Lena. She's saying, listen, Lena and Luna, we're going to carry this game. That's the 1-for-1 Jakiro fight. Here is the 3-for-1 Earthshaker. It's a bit of the sacrificial lamb. Oh my note of who's who just fell off my screen. As you guys can see, because I'm going to edit in the team logos, you'll see who's on what side, but I'm just
Dire's
looking at the
bottom
interface.
tower is under
And
attack.
I probably shouldn't forget in this one, because OpenAI just plays the same 5 heroes every game. But sometimes, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit hard to keep track of who's who. Especially when they all just have names. Arnie, Simona, Toss,
Radiant
up into the
structures
air,
are fortified.
Juggernaut is spinning. Is he spinning away? There's a huge Macropire, and they're all standing in it. CM ults, but she's swapped immediately. This is a good fight. Avalanche on 3. The right clicks are coming out, but everyone's burning to death. Lina, she's low. She can't run though. The lower you are, the faster Bloodseeker runs. That's a huge blood right. It's a double gold Bloodseeker. Just walk out. Just barely. And that is a good fight for the Radiant side. 1k gold swing in their favour. Picked off the mid and the support. Cost them Venge, but that Venge made an excellent play. CM's like channeling the ult instantly. Venge swaps to cancel. Selling junk item flask. Net worth 5k. There's a glove of haste on the floor. He sold his bottle, which the CM has her own bottle, but if you bought a bottle and you don't want it anymore, put it on the floor. Give it to someone else. Someone else will find a good use for that bottle. Earthshaker, I'm sure, would love to have a bottle instead of this raindrop. Avalanche onto 1 creep. Echo Slam onto 3. Enchant Totem onto 2. They're coming in now. Godlike. The Luna's Eclipse cleans them up, even though it's just level 1. Luna on Luna action. They found each other. Lucent Beam from Radiant to Dire. Now Lucent Beam from Dire to Radiant. Tiny with the Avalanche follow-up, and they're dead. Yeah, Valve default hardbots just stuck around for too long. Venge is killing the CM. He's put the minus armor from the medallion.
Radiant's bottom tower
Needs to land another stun. 1. Ooh, the invis. There's Laguna. Nina's like, get away from my CM, that's my sister. You son of a bitch. Tiny tosses Luna in, and that Venge is dead. There's a cheeky play to try and solo kill the Crystal Maiden, but now it puts him in a weird spot. Bloodseeker absolutely nuked. Toss in the Luna. She's all the way in deep, but deep's fine for her. Ooh, one more right click would have done the job. They run up to the tower, clean that up.
Radiant's middle tower has
and they are beginning to run away with this game. There's a slight upswing from a good Radiant fight, but they're beginning to run away with it now. I'd love to see one hero just pick up a Blightstone. Like, maybe just grab a Blightstone on, instead of this drum recipe.
Radiant's middle tower.
Maybe a Blightstone on the CM in this empty slot. They freeze up the jug. Stun onto the CM. The tower will do the rest of the job. Tiny toggles the aggro, but Lena's getting spun down. That's 2 kills. Omni a little bit wasted there. Tiny runs back in. That's not where he wants to be. And you have this moment where the Valve bots sort of throw a fight under the Dire tier 2, and now OpenAI Skill Shots throws a fight under the Radiant tier 2. It's a 2k gold swing. Raph likely to start flying back up in that direction. And now 5 mid, that's the name of the game. That's the other side running down mid. In terms of neutral items, Lena got 1, potentially by accident.
Dire's top tower
that is it.
Attack.
Tier 1 and Tier 2 neutral items are available if someone just jungled for them. Luna could be jungling for them right now, choosing not to. Crystal Maiden trying to defend that Tier 2, but there's no way she's going to do that. Power falls. Shaker, is your slam ready? It is. Where's Tiny to toss him in? Fisher on 5, Laguna on the Venge. Ooh, it's a massacre! It's 5v3. Bloodseeker's running in. Now he's running out. He's like, oh, a little bit too far. Where's the other heroes? Tiny's just standing in the base. Is he giving up? I mean, if Tiny was there to toss that Earthshaker in for the huge slam, that could have been huge. And then Luna just wasn't there. She's like, listen, I need to finish my BKB. But you're a long way away from that.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's still in the base. He sold his bottle. And
for the
purchased phase boots. He's using his phase boots. But he's not going anywhere and he's not doing anything.
Top tower is under attack.
Lena also standing in the base, a little bit confused. Luna, she's pushed in top, but has she stayed too long? The ice path is off the mark, but there's the slow, the spin, the lucent beam, Bloodseeker's right, not the one to finish her off. It's Kira right click. Now Valvebot's thinking about Roche, and then they realise, wait a minute, we're not going to take Roche. Lost 2. OpenAI skill shot heroes are sitting AFK in the base, and it's not just any two. It's like two of their cores.
Radiant's bottom
Crystal
tower
Maiden
is
pushing
under
bot
attack.
with the catapult. Given the size of these waves, I think this tower might die. Because the tower will very slowly
Radiant's
cut
bottom
through this
tower
creep
is
wave.
under attack.
Meanwhile, the catapult hits it for 80 apiece. Looks like the tower might survive, actually.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, you've got a tier 1 push
Radiant's
bottom
bottom
from the
tower
creeps.
is
You've
under
got a
attack.
huge push top. Jakiro Liquid Fire really helping out the team.
Radiant
Tier 2's
structures
dead.
are fortified.
Shaker's about to get spotted. Fisher on 2. He's slowed. He's ruptured. Luna runs out of the base, starts cleaning up the creep wave. Earthshaker's like, ugh, the rupture, it hurts. Macro fire, blood right. You can't go anywhere because if you move, you die. Please, Earthshaker and Luna play. If I ping them, I don't think I can interfere with the game.
Dire's top tower
I really
is under
shouldn't
attack.
try and interfere with the game, to be honest, but AFK in the base, I kind of want to just spam ping them. That's what I'd do if it was a pub. Val's on Fairbots, trying to crack the tier 3 tower. Immediate stun Omni onto the enemy Lina, and it doesn't matter if you have 8k net worth, it's 1v5. CM with the blast. It's getting Glaive's bounce to her, so she's making the
Dire's
push
top
go
tower
faster.
has fallen.
Shaker's running out, but you need your other 2 cores. Fisher on 5! Imagine, Fisher on 5,
Dire's
Tiny
top
Toss the
barracks has
Earthshaker
fallen.
in, Echo, Avalanche, and then something
Dire's
off the
top
back of
barracks
that.
has fallen.
What's happened? What's caused the bot logic to break so badly? I feel terrible, we were in for such a good game as well. Valve, default unfair bots, they are capitalizing on this show of weakness. See what items are coming up. We've got the first part of a Hex for Jakiro, that's going to be spicy. And everyone has kind of one item. You've got sort of the Force on Venge, the Yasha on Luna, the Maelstrom on Jug, the Sanjin Yasha on Bloodseeker. On the other side of things, they're struggling to build real items because they're not able to finish the drum. You've got everyone's got a bracer, half of a bottle, and then it's a mixture of mithril hammers, most of the BKB for Luna, but she hasn't quite finished her first item yet. Oh no, Luna's the one in the base. Tiny and Earthshaker are on the run again now. They've got 4 heroes playing the game. It's a different set of heroes though. They find Jakiro.
Dire's
They
bottom
ult
tower
the
is under
Luna, but
attack.
she just runs away. Stun, right click from the Bloodseeker, and it's a massacre. 1 for 1 so far, but they're spinning down the Tiny. It's going to be a cleanup for the Radiant squad. 2 for 1. Luna starts running here, but she's a little bit late. Bloodseeker's here. He's way out of position. Echo Slam just on him to keep him under the tower. Lucent Beam, keep him under the tower even longer. The Eclipse is off the mark. They need a Tiny to toss her in. The Eclipse looks fine now, though, because the Radiant heroes run in. 2 more kills. Juggernaut running away, but he's all by himself. OpenAI skill shots, they took a break. But now they're back in the game. Fisher stuns the Jug. Enchant Totem, a huge right click from that Shaker. Cleans him up. That's a huge fight. 1k gold swing in the favour of the Dire. That doesn't count the
Dire's
Jug
middle
kill.
tower is under attack.
Ice Path onto the Shaker. Luna's right clicking him down. Hex! The full scythe is up for Jakiro. Look at me, I'm the carry now. He's the highest net worth hero in the game. This man's huge. I mean, he's 14 and 3 in terms of KDA, but whoa. When did
Dire's
he
middle
start
tower
taking
is under
over?
attack.
That's the pick off on the Jug. An extra 600 gold, mostly in the back of Earthshaker, who buys a Mithril Hammer. I would have preferred to see a blink from him. You've got the Tiny Toss, but if they're AFKing in the base, that's not going to help.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Luna trying to de-push this wave. Denies the tower and then
Dire's
runs in.
bottom tower
BKB's up to fight illusions.
Dire's middle tower
That's not
is
what you
under
want on the
attack.
first BKB use. CM freezes him, which scares the Luna into her Eclipse. So that was a good little play there. CM's like, I'm gonna get you. And Radiant Luna, she panics. Now though, you have to imagine CM's dead. Oh wow. They just collapse in on her. Other Luna running in, but that's not where you want to be. Earthshaker's here to help. Fisher onto one. Enchant Totem, stunning up the Venge. They do kill the Venge, but it's your Luna who's dying to the right clicks the Bloodseeker. You can't just ignore him this whole time. Venge buys back. Tiny and Lena are sort of in the wrong end of things. Come and kill this Bloodseeker. It's all slipping away. OpenAI skill shots who were so far ahead. The comeback. Valve's default AI using to give up. Shaker. 3-man Fisher. 1-man Enchant Totem. He wants the big right click, but he's blocked himself with a toss the Lina in. Laguna onto the Jakiro. He's used his Hex already. There's a bash. There's the Omni. Stunned her. There's the bash. Double damage, Crystal Maiden. She's manning up on the jug, but she's in trouble. Gets bashed. Couple more bashes, the Rupture, she's dead. Bloodseeker taking over this game. Jakiro taking over this game as well. That's the 1k gold swing off the 3 kills, but they also got the CM.
Haste.
Unless there's another comeback in the marks, this looks like it's Valve default unfair bots game to lose. Radiant Luna in the Dire Triangle. Thinking about jungling, it'd be nice to see any neutral item pickups. Lena got one by accident. I think she skill shotted a small camp for it. Jug getting chased.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Ooh,
attack.
slam onto the Bloodseeker. He's low, he's dead, and a Lucid Beam from the Eclipse keeps coming. Venge, left behind a little bit sacrificed. The Avatos, Earthshaker, he wants
Dire's
more.
bottom tower
He has
is
a
under
Fisher.
attack.
They can definitely keep chasing this. Avalanche toss up in 1 second. They toss the Shaker in. He enchant totems. Big
Dire's
right
bottom
click.
tower has
Ooh,
fallen.
the Ice Path that saves him. In comes the Hex as well. Enchant totem though. There goes the Jug. He's dead. Toss the Shaker in again, and it's a 4-man wipe! OpenAI skill shots. They say we want the
Dire's middle
comeback.
tower is
We want to
under
win this
attack.
game. And they get a 2k gold swing, but that doesn't even account for the other 2 dead heroes. The fight recaps really letting us down.
Dire's
And there's the
bottom
other
tower is
2k
under
gold swings. It's
attack.
4k. And then Graph goes all the way back down now. This game, an excellent show of back and forth from 2 equally matched bots.
Radiant's middle
You have to
tower
ask the
is under
question,
attack.
what would the game have looked like if 2 of the OpenAI heroes did not brick in the base for
Radiant's
3 to
middle
5
tower has
minutes
fallen.
in a critical portion of this game? Tiny, I'd love to see him just grab a
Radiant's
tree,
middle tower
take
is
this
under attack.
Rags.
Dire's
Bloodseeker,
middle
he's
tower
running in,
is
but he
under
might be
attack.
going too far. Tosses in the Luna, but she's getting bashed. Lucid beams up. Luna's running. She needs to right click, not to run. She just kills herself. That heals the Bloodseeker, which allows the Earthshaker to be killed next. Luna just needed to man up.
Dire's
You
bottom
can't
tower
run
is under
when you are
attack.
ruptured, and it was 3v2-ish. They needed to just commit to it. Tiny, he's got a tree now.
Dire's
DM
bottom
working on
tower
what looks
is
like a
under
force
attack.
staff. There's 2 crowns in the backpack.
Dire's
This is
bottom
not
tower
a direction
has
you want to
fallen.
run if you're Tiny. Sure, you want to pick off the Venge, but there's 4 heroes there, and they're just going to clean you up. They get the Jug's Omni, a little bit wasted. Oh, CM bumps into the Luna. She's dead too. And it's 4 heroes dead the other
Dire's
way
middle
now.
tower is under attack.
Oh no. The throws and the counter throws, it's spiked all the way down, it's spiked all the way back up again. Lena needs to not defend this too much.
Dire's
They
middle
could have
tower
glyphed.
has fallen.
Got 3 heroes back
Dire's
up,
middle
Fisher
tower
the wave.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Default unfair bots want to end this game. They're trying to take out the 1 remaining tier 4.
Dire's middle barracks
And it looks like
has
they're going
fallen.
to get it, unless there's a
Dire's middle
huge
tower has
jump in
fallen.
soon. Off the back of that team fight, Tiny and
Dire's
CM
interest
only
is
just
under
respawning
attack.
as the Ancient
Radiant
falls. It
victory.
closed the game out. That was an excellent back and forth game from 2 evenly matched teams. The kill score says it all, 34 to 33. the throws, the counter throws, both teams got team wipes. There were some great fights, there were some sloppy fights. This was peak bot on bot violence. MVP wise, I think we've got to give it to Bloodseeker on the Radiant side. I mean, look at what he did to the enemy team. There's an argument, especially where there was that what the fuck moment when Jakiro was top of the net worth when he bought his scythe, but whilst he was good, going 20-4 in KDA combined, Bloodseeker's 25-9, I feel like Bloodseeker was up to more stuff. He was getting more done, he was a little bit more dominant. We'll see when we look at the damage scores. Oh, we've got to pick a... I think the MVP for the dire side is the Tiny. Some of them cheeky toss the Earthshaker in moments. Those were clean. Those were really good. Backpack Circlet, very interesting. In terms of hero damage, you can see Bloodseeker. Oh, Takiro actually did more damage than the Bloodseeker. I might take the MVP off of him. Even all the disable as well. Neither team providing any wards or any vision on the map. Very spicy. Tiny, not doing the most damage, but he provided the most mobility for the Shaker, who then skipped the Blink Dagger. In terms of graphs, you see it's really even for the first 10 minutes. Less than 1,000 gold in it for 10 minutes. Then, OpenAI started to take over, taking great fight after great fight. There were multiple team wipes, but they didn't capitalize enough on it. And then around the 20-minute mark, 2 of their bots bricked and they were stuck in the base. And that provided Valve Unfair bots the chance to grab a comeback, and they grabbed that comeback. OpenAI started playing again, got a good fight, but then Valve kept it up, they got another good fight, and then they finished it. But if these teams face off against each other again, such as in the upper or lower bracket playoffs, that's definitely one to tune in on. The rematch between these two teams is something they definitely both want. Because Valve Unfair Bots wants to prove we can beat them with all 5 heroes playing the whole game, and OpenAI wants to prove, listen, if we didn't have 2 disconnects, this huge advantage that we built would have kept going and we would have ended that game. Both teams happy with their performance today, but still with a lot to prove against each other. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you in the next game of Group C's group stage. Bye.